Morning, my cotton killers. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in today, guys, and yeah, hope every one of you is doing good. So today we've got something a little bit different. There's a few things I wanted to kind of touch base on. I suppose a few misconceptions on series vaping mainly. You know, I've been vaping now for nearly 4 years, long time, and you know, I didn't dive straight into series, and I don't recommend you do that if you're a newbie. Series vaping is more advanced. You know, when I first started, guys, I did watch a few YouTube videos, but at that time, you know, 3 years ago, there wasn't really that many on YouTube, to be honest. There was a few. There was, you know, there was the usual suspects, rip trippers, all that kind of shit. But there wasn't a mass amount of information, to be honest. So a lot of it was kind of just self-taught, you know, learning and speaking to different vapors and learning things from them and kind of picking up things myself. And you know that you kind of learn as you go on as a vapor, you know, and you need to feel comfortable in making that step yourself. You don't be jumping on series vaping if you don't know Ohm's law. You know, not many laws I follow in life, guys. You know, I don't abide by many laws, but Ohm's law is definitely one of them that I do. You have to, you know, you have to know Ohm's law. Ohm's law, there's quite a few avenues for Ohm's law. I'm going to leave a couple of links in the description for Ohm's law, so you can make sure you're building safe. My recommended go-to, what I like to build at for a series, is anywhere between 0.26 and 0.3. That's where I like to vape. That's my preferred, and I know I'm within the capabilities of the batteries I'm using at vaping at that. You know, I'm not over pushing my batteries, which brings me to the next thing I want to talk about, batteries. Now, batteries are very, very important. You know, there's so many out there. You need to know what you're buying. There's a lot of batteries that portray themselves as something that they're not, and you need to know that the batteries you're getting are legit. They're not re-wraps posing as something else, and yeah, they're authentic. So what I recommend personally, this is what I use: Sony's VTC4s, VTC5s, any of the LGs. Well, the LG, the LG, the HE2s, the HE4s, the Samsungs, 25Rs. What else is there? I think that's pretty much what I use, actually, to be honest. I kind of have a very small selection of batteries which I like to use, and I stick to them as a general rule because I know what they're capable of. I know what I can do with them, and I feel completely comfortable using them in my series hardware. So yeah, batteries are very important. Don't be tempted to buy these fucking Chinese batteries that say they've got a 50 amp fucking continuous fucking discharge rate, and you know, you can buy 6 of them for 10 quid, because look, guys, listen, that's a load of bollocks, right? Don't be fooled by what they say on the labels, because I can tell you now that's bullshit. Just be safe on the battery side of things, because a lot of these horror stories that you see are down to people using shit batteries, not knowing what they've picked, or trying to cut corners, and that's where these fucking problems happen. So yeah, so building safe, Ohm's law, okay, I'm going to leave links for that. Batteries, I get my batteries off Amazon. You can find that when you go and do your searches up for 18650 batteries, the company is actually selling the batteries. So say, for instance, Sony will be selling those VTCs on Amazon, so you can source them direct from the company, so you know they're legit, basically. I need a drink. So series vaping, guys, for me is my preferred. I love building coils. I love how they hit. You know, they're hard hitting because they're series. You know, you've got 3.7 volts of battery times 2, so you've got like 7.4 volts going to your atomizer. So you know, you've got a lot of power there. You've got a lot of room to build coils, and you know, bigger coils mean more flavour, more vapor. So you know, you've got a lot more to play with. That's what she said. But yeah, no, seriously, guys, you know, series vaping, it's, you know, a lot of people, like they get scared of it, you know, and when you've got things like this, which is the underground series box mod, absolutely fucking stunning, as you can see, gorgeous. When you've got things like this that are in series, I mean, who would not want to vape on this? I mean, the amount of people that have stopped me in the streets when I've been vaping and they've been like, wow, what the fuck is that? And I've told them, and they've been like, that's, you know, it's beautiful, and it is. You know, this is, people like to push the boat out a bit more on the series side of things when it comes to mods. You know, these regulated devices, they're all very generic looking. They've all got that kind of plastic kind of look, you know, not mention any names, but they've all got that, just boring. They are boring, a lot of them. These series mods are fucking insane. I love them. But like I say, you've got to be safe, guys. You've got to be safe. You've got to build safe. Like I said, follow Ohm's law. I'm hoping by this stage you would have an Ohm's reader. If you haven't, what the fuck are you doing? So yeah, you need your Ohm reader. You need to follow Ohm's law. You need to make sure you've got safe batteries. And what else? Okay, as well with series vaping, obviously you're pushing a lot of heat through your coils. Another thing I want to touch base on is cotton. Now there's a whole plethora of fucking cottons out there. There's so many to choose from, and to be honest with you, I've tried pretty much all of them. And when it comes to series vaping, yeah, cotton bacon V2. This stuff is awesome. I love it. It holds well. It doesn't break down very quickly. I can run this stuff for days, and it doesn't sort of just fall apart and turn to shit. The flavour on it is great. I say it's a very good dense cotton, and it holds up really well against series vaping. So that's my preferred on cotton. So I would highly recommend that one. What I'm trying not to do on this video, guys, is kind of regurgitate what's already been fucking gone over in so many videos on YouTube. You know, a lot of these videos you watch, and by the time you've finished, you've got a headache. You know, you feel like you've just had an interview with a Rain Man. You've got fucking numbers and fucking symbols and decimals and all sorts coming at you, and you're just like, oh my god, headache. You know, I don't class myself as being a pro at batteries, a pro at anything really, you know. I'm just a normal guy who enjoys a bit of series vaping, and touch wood, I haven't had any accidents yet. You know, I've still got all 10 digits, still got my lips, still got my face. So, you know, I'm obviously doing something right. So I'm just trying to pass on what I know to you guys, and like I said, you know, just know your capabilities with your batteries, know your builds, and yeah, you know, just respect it. Basically, is what I'm getting at. So that kind of covers what I wanted to go over in series vaping. Okay. Next, I want to talk about this because, you know, it's a beautiful mod, guys. It really is. This is the version 2. Now they do have a 2.5 out. Now Malik and Charme, I'm sorry if I've pronounced your name wrong, Charm, but they were kind enough to send this over to me for free. I didn't pay for it, and I said that I would give it a little. I know this is like I say, this isn't a new product, but I wanted to kind of break it down on camera and show you the kind of ins and outs of it. It really is a stunning mod. They have made some improvements from the V1s, the V1 resins, i.e. the autumn firing switch, the fire button. They've changed it over to autumn. Now autumn is a material like Delrin, but it handles heat a lot better than Delrin. So and I'll tell you what, I do notice a difference on this button. The heat used to come through quite a bit on the Delrin one that they had, the black Delrin. This holds up a lot better, so great move on that. It's working great, it really is. It's made a huge difference. Also on these V2s, you've got silver plated fire button, and I believe on the 2.5s you've got silver plated internals as well. So this thing will hit even fucking harder. We'll take a little look at it. We'll take the camera down. We'll have a little goosey, and yeah, we'll have a little vape on it, and I'll tell you where you can get one of these bad boys. I will say one thing. There's basically Charm, who's Malik's partner. She's actually over in the UK now, and they're setting up shop in the UK, which is fucking awesome. Because these were quite difficult to get hold of. You had to either get them from America or the Philippines. You know, by the time you've considered like postage and all that sort of shit, these were quite hefty on the price side of things. But now you can pick these up for £145 shipped to your fucking front door. So that's a steal. For the quality you're getting, that is a steal. So yeah, great, awesome, that's really good news. I'm going to leave a lot of links in the description of this video, guys, for the Ohm's law calculator and my recommended batteries, and for MCM and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm sorry, you know, if I'm not as clear cut as what you would have liked it, but you know, I kind of struggle to explain things a little bit sometimes. I'm just trying to tell you how I know and how I do it, and that's basically it, you know, without going into it too much and twisting your fucking brain and making you feel like you don't know what the fuck you're watching. So yeah, that's it. So we'll take the camera down, guys. We'll break this underground down. We'll have a look at it, and yeah, we'll see you in a sec.